Let me do something tedious. Combinations are a pretty useful formula, but let me show you how something like 5 choose 2 looks. In fact, let's forget about combinations altogether and instead work through cases. Here, I'll go through the example of choosing 2 out of 5 balloons to be blue. We can split this into two cases, when the first balloon is blue and when the first balloon isn't blue. When the first balloon is blue, we have 4 spots for the last blue balloon to go into. If the first balloon isn't blue, we run into another crossroads. We now face the question of whether the second balloon is blue. If it is, there are 3 spots left. If it isn't, we play the same game with a third balloon. If that is, 2 spots. If it isn't, well, they all go to the last 2 slots, so that's 1. This creates a nifty pyramid that stacks down and sums to 10. That's nice, but let me try to show a different side. Let's say we were instead picking 3 out of 5 balloons to not be blue. Combinations would tell us they're the same, but let's count to see if they're any different. The first balloon could be blue or not blue. If it's not blue, we want to know whether the second balloon isn't blue. If it also isn't, then there are 3 possibilities for the last non-blue balloon. If the second balloon is blue, we can still look towards the third balloon. If the third balloon isn't blue, 2 possibilities. If it is, the last 2 balloons can't be blue, so 1 possibility. That makes 6 possibilities when the first balloon isn't blue. But what if it is? If the first balloon is blue, we want to know whether the second balloon is or isn't blue. If the second balloon isn't blue, we move to the third balloon. If the third balloon isn't blue, the remaining non-blue balloon can either be 4th or 5th, 2 possibilities. If the third balloon is blue, the last 2 balloons can't be blue, 1 possibility. That makes 3 possibilities for when the first balloon is blue but the second isn't. All that's left is when both the first and the second balloons are blue, but thankfully that's just 1 because we need the last 3 to not be blue. If we sum this 6, 3, and 1, we get 10 again. By now you're probably wondering, why even bother with all of this? I showed you how to count, then count again slightly differently, but let's look at the steps a little more carefully. When I did 5 choose 2, that was split into 2 cases, when the first balloon is blue and when the first balloon isn't blue. When the first balloon was blue, we were left needing 1 out of 4 balloons to be blue, a quantity calculated by 4 choose 1. When it wasn't, we instead needed to pick 2 out of 4 balloons or do 4 choose 2. This is something very useful. We can split terms in Pascal's triangle by going to the terms that built it. I did it in this intuitive way of ruling out cases, but right above 5 choose 2 is 4 choose 1 and 4 choose 2. We can continue this game with 4 choose 2 and split into 3 choose 1 and 3 choose 2. This can be broken down until we get 4 choose 1, 3 choose 1, 2 choose 1, and 1 choose 1. This is exactly what I did to get the pyramid from before. For the other case with picking non-blue balloons, or 5 choose 3, I did something very similar. I broke it into 4 choose 2 and 4 choose 3. 4 choose 3 went down to 3 choose 2 and 3 choose 3. 3 choose 3 is also 2 choose 2, and if we bring this back to Pascal's triangle, we get hockey stick, my personal favorite consequence of Pascal's triangle. Sum down a diagonal on Pascal's triangle, and your sum will show up in the next diagonal in the next row. In all honesty, hockey stick won't help you solve problems. If you ever find yourself using this theorem, you're doing the problem wrong. Your counting method could have gone to the result of hockey stick rather than the diagonal leading up to it. But for me, I don't consider it a bad thing. Using hockey stick should be an indicator to look for an easier counting method. Even by itself, I think hockey stick is worth knowing. It can serve as a bridge that connects basic counting with casework to the systematic and methodical combinatorics. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed hockey stick, and I'll see you next time.